And we are live. Gentlemen, this is session 0 for something that I'm really excited about, something that we've been sort of in the works, putting together. Pause my stream. My game, Chaos Ensues. What? Whoop, whoop. We're gonna be, yeah. I wanted a mat cover, but I don't think they do that for just kind of print on demand stuff. But whatever. Yeah, so I wrote a game. It's called Chaos Ensues. It is a 2d6 roll under system based on another game written by a friend of the channel, friend of the Discord, and friend to 4D role-playing in general, Space Roadie. He put it together, and I kind of took that and sort of made it my own. But we're going to run it. We're going to play it, and it's going to be a blast. So, of course, I got Nicholas here, and, of course, David, otherwise known as Elf Hunter. And Nicholas is going to be running the show. He's going to be GMing the session, which is really cool. So, yeah, we'll get this ball rolling.
Yeah, man. I'd like to start. Well, I'll ask David, not you, because you already know. But
yeah,
how much have you read, like, of the tone, like of what the game is trying to be? Or like, is there something specific that jumped to you that maybe you would be more interested in doing? You know,
when I was reading through it, some ideas that popped in my mind were Stranger Things and Supernatural, and I guess Stranger Things is closer, but both of those were things that kind of resonated with me. I'm definitely going to be watching some of those recommended movies and shows that are in the book.
Yeah, I have to get around doing that before the game as well.
Yeah. So, you funny that you bring up Stranger Things, because that was one of the really the first season was kind of the one of the inspirations that I had. Really more so the whole concept of this secret organization that is trying to figure out what's going on with the different dimensions and stuff like that. But yeah,
it's funny to me when I first read, the impression I had was Supernatural mixed with Men in Black.
Yeah.
It was like, you know, like, because Men in Black is more on the comedic side than anything else. So, but Supernatural is more serious. So I thought it was like that very healthy mix.
Yeah.
There's also that one movie. It's going to be hard to describe. I can't remember the name.
John dies at the end.
No, I haven't seen that. But there's like this area. I think they call it the zone or something, and it's mutating all the plants and animals. And they get to the end, and there's
with Natalie Portman, right?
I think so. I can't remember. But it sounds like you've seen the same movie. Kind of reminds me of that, yeah.
I haven't watched it. Annihilation.
Yeah.
Annihilation.
The one where they make first contact with the creature or whatever. She's like riding on a board or whatever.
Yeah, it's reality bending.
Yeah.
Then we're not even sure if it's a creature or just like this farce of nature. It's really interesting.
Right. Yeah.
I'm really I was just gonna say I'm really excited to play this. Like I just read the premise and I was like, oh, this seems cool. I'll join this game. And I actually read the book last night and I was like geeking out about it.
Awesome.
This is really cool.
Sweet.
One cool thing is that because the game is, I would say, hyper focused on a theme. You kind of like the premise is already pre-built, right? Like I guess there's not much talking on what is the premise for the game. Well, the premise is, you know, solving the mystery, dealing with the not the leak. What did you call it in there? It's not a leak. It's
Is it a Frey event?
Yeah, Frey event.
Frey event, yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess we need to talk what kind of characters are interested in playing. Maybe like you want to be like a little bit more lighthearted. Maybe you want to go like more into serious mode.
Sure.
As far as tone, either works for me. I kind of get in the habit of wanting to be dark and gritty all the time. That's just my habit, but I enjoy both. As far as like a character, I just reading through the book, I already had kind of an idea for a character. Just very inspirational.
Yeah. I definitely, when I was writing the game, I had in mind for it to be more on the gritty side. A big inspiration for me was the Thomas Harris book, Red Dragon, which is the first of the Hannibal Lecter books. And that one is super gritty. It's like super kind of in your face with the violence and stuff like that. And that was kind of the vibe that I was going for, just as far as the tone.
I've been meaning to ask you about Red Dragon because I saw you also listed Red Dragon as a movie or a show.
Yep. Yeah. So Red Dragon, it was originally a book, but it was also adapted into a film. There's actually two versions of it. It's kind of weird. There's one of them is called Manhunter. It was made back in I want to say back in the 90s, maybe late 80s. But it was an adaptation of the book. I'd recommend just trying to find the audiobook version and sort of skimming through that. That is my favorite version of the story. But the movie Red Dragon is a pretty good retelling. It's a good adaptation of it.
You remember how many hours the audiobook is?
Oh dear. 10 is around 10 plus hours.
Okay.
You should be able to knock it out in about a week with regular listening.
Listen a little bit every day. Yeah.
Yeah. It's on Audible if you do Audible.
I love Audible. And just finding books on YouTube sometimes.
Yes. Yeah. You should be able to find it on YouTube. I think you can.
I also like that you listed the SCP Foundation as
yeah.
That's fun.
I was very big into that when I was younger.
Yeah.
I go there every day to
Yeah. Totally.
Okay, were you writing entries into the?
No, I did not get that point. It's like I'm not gonna write. It's gonna be crap if I do. I don't want to be made fun of. I would just read.
Oh, I liked watching I never got on the website, but I'd watch it's like SCP Explained on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There was a guy with Voltgun or something like that. He would do readings. He was a big person in the community because he had a really nice voice to do the readings. I enjoyed watching his videos as well.
Yeah.
So okay, what kind of characters then? I want to get into that because characters they're the stars. They're gonna direct the whole thing. So
sure.
Let's talk ideas first.
Yeah. So the idea that I have for my character, it will be very close to the your sort of run of the mill detective. Like he's an FBI agent, a little bit grizzled, a little bit, rode out hard and hung up wet, kind of just all beat up. Been in the force for a little while. I like that vibe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds cool.
More of a veteran guy.
Say that again, Nicholas.
More of a veteran guy in the force, you've been around for a while.
Yeah, he's been around a time or two.
Okay, I like that. For me,
you could be the junior guy. I don't want to. Sorry, I have this bad habit.
That actually might fit a little bit. Not completely brand new, but so here's my idea: is You guys know Dean Winchester from Supernatural?
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah. So obviously I don't want to do a carbon copy, but as a base, I want to kind of like start there, kind of he's traveling across the country in a 1970 Dodge Challenger, black one. That's my dream car.
Yeah.
I've already got like this idea of a short backstory. It's like he's just going town to town, not much direction, but he's solving mundane crimes here when he can, picking up girls, just doing whatever, not much direction. And then he comes across something. He comes across a creature of chaos, and an Tantalorn agent saves him. And rather than trying to convince him, don't say anything about this, he just says, "Hey, you want a job?" And my character's like, "Yeah, I've got no direction in life. Let me do this. See if this is where my life should go." And he joins the Tantalorn agency.
Dig it.
Kind of a charismatic guy.
Right.
I might go more into the smarts than the physical on him.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That works. Well, another thing with making characters is during character creation, when you start distributing points and everything else, it helps you build the rest of the concept, right? Because you just start thinking like what makes sense, what doesn't.
Yeah.
I do want to ask you guys if, because last time I played a similar kind of game, right? I would say it ended up being like kind of a 3.5D. Kind of played in like a 4D, in the way that, because it's a mystery game, I need to do like the minimum amount of prep. Like I need to have like kind of an idea before we start. Like, how do you feel about that?
Like having like having sort of a baseline.
Yeah, but I don't want it to be like just this one thing, because I still want you guys to 4D. There was this one game from Fear City, the boys Fear City.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I hadn't watched that one yet. They're like gangsters.
Very good. They were 4D clues, and they figured out like they 4D, like it was a mystery game, but like they kind of improved and it turned out amazing. So like, it really can be done. So I was thinking maybe I'll like think of like 3 possible things that could happen, but I'll leave it like very open. I don't think I will even write them down, to be fair, or just like have it in the back of my mind. But I would like you guys to try and co-create as much as possible.
Sure.
As much as possible. Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah, maybe if you feel like it's reasonable for you to find something somewhere, like, you can say you find a steel box, but you leave it open for me to say what's inside the steel box, in a way,
Sure.
So we can kind of like, we throw a bone at each other.
Give and take.
Right.
Yeah, because then it's a mystery for everyone, right? What?
Yeah.
I think that chaos could be interesting.
Yeah, totally.
And that's another cool thing with the setting itself is, if something does not really like make much sense at the end, you can just explain it as being an anomaly.
Yeah.
It's a mystery, So
it works.
Yeah. It just works. It's like Skyrim.
It's an anomaly. I like that.
Yeah.
The warp in the west.
So the setting, are we going with the setting of the book, like the 70s, or do you guys want to do maybe something a little bit more, 80s, 90s, 2000s?
Sure. Well, I mean, 90s, of course, whatever we decide, that'll kind of give us different options in terms of technology. Of course, if we do 90s, we can say that there are cell phones or at least pagers and things of that sort. That I think could make things easier. Of course, if we do 70s, that's payphones and fax machines and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, trying to think which one I would like.
I think like the thing with because internet and modern smartphones, I think they become a problem with keeping things secret.
Yeah.
But like at least up to 90s or very early 2000s, you did have phones and internet, but it was very clunky. Yeah.
Yes.
Having a
very
camera,
primitive.
because the phones barely had camera. If they had.
Yeah.
So people are still using like Nokia's.
Mm-hmm.
It's clunky to send a message. Like you take some time to like 555 333
Yeah.
22.
They didn't have T9 yet.
Yeah.
I remember doing that.
And you can still send emails, but you have to find a clunky computer, Windows XP.
Yeah.
It's kind of best of both worlds if we go that way.
I was gonna say I feel like I want to avoid internet, even clunky internet, but then again, probably be okay. Like you think some of those shows, 90s, 2000 shows, where it almost seems like they find some esoteric information.
Yeah.
Using the computer, and it takes a long time to do anything on it.
Exactly. You could use forums to like horror stories, like to see what people are talking. Like, the people are talking about this area of the town. Could be nothing. Could be something.
Sure.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
And the feeling of like all those forums you find are like homemade. You're like, one guy in this town made this, has been documenting all this stuff for 3 years.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So what do you guys think?
I also that sounds good. I like 90s.
Yeah, I agree with 90s.
Yeah, okay. I'm just writing that down here for reference. All right. Maybe you want to jump into character creation?
Sure.
It's your chance to kind of explain.
Yeah, totally.
The intended way to go about it.
Right.
But what do you say we make David's first?
Okay.
Because you already know, so you kind of explain to him as we go about. Maybe if David wants, he can share his character sheet, so we can like go with him. Do you think that would be a good idea?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. I don't want to hijack your show, by the way. Okay.
No, not at all, man. Hey, I'm glad that you at least you have an idea.
Okay.
Let me see if I know how to do that. Sorry. So I'm gonna add a source, and it's gonna be like a.
Well, if you go,
can I do a window capture? That would work.
Well, I would say you can do it on StreamYard. If you go to StreamYard, you click present. You should be able to. It's the little screen box with the plus.
Okay, present.
You should be able just to click on the window and have it pop up.
I think you do have to go whole screen. So close everything else that you don't want us to see.
Okay, let's see here. Let's see what it's gonna do. Oh, okay, it's letting me choose. Let's do this. The sheet share. All right.
Awesome. So, of course, first off, you gotta come up with a name. So, however you wish to fill that in. Of course, we can always come back to the name after the fact, so it's not a huge deal.
Almost every RPG.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's always the hardest part. I always do that last.
Yep.
You do have a step-by-step on the book, right? Step 1, nature.
Yeah. It doesn't say it's not step by step anymore, but it is.
I have the old version. Okay.
Yeah. So let's see here. Add this to stage. Okay, never mind.
Sentence.
Yeah, so basically this is the way that you're going to go through everything. You can just go in order, and it'll all kind of work itself out. So starting at the very beginning, We have, of course, the descriptive sentence. And this is just sort of the overall picture that you have in your head when you think of your character. So you said kind of a drifter sort of person.
Yeah. Say rough and tumble drifter / detective.
Sure. And
easy.
Cool. Rough and tumble. So next will be nature. And what nature is, real quick, what nature is, when you act in your nature in a significant way, you lose stress. So stress is a mechanic in the game that affects your rolls negatively. So when you incur stress, when you build up stress, it will negatively affect your gameplay. So when you act in your nature in a significant way, you lose that stress. And you can either choose one or come up with one that sort of fits the concept of your character. In the book, I have a couple listed, like arbiter, bully, con man, helper, self-reliant, leader, old school, rebel, victim, winner, among other things.
So I was thinking about that. I went with bully. So
nice.
Going, using your nature in a significant way, that would not be just like the offhand jokes that my character makes all the time. It'd probably be something that's like pretty hurtful and maybe affects the dynamic of the group.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. And granted, so bully doesn't always have to be this
malicious,
terrible. Yeah, it doesn't always have to be this malicious thing. The way that the book puts it, it's teasing, poking, and prodding. It's not always like physically harming other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get the idea of just someone who puts their fun first, and if you get to go along with them, like, good for you, like you're in the joke.
That's all it is. Yeah, he's putting his fun first. And if he's really stressed out, then he'll say something hurtful. But yeah, okay,
sure,
yeah.
That'll be the equivalent of like stamping into an abandoned house and like you like kick the floor like boo, like.
Yeah.
Maybe the other guy shoots the gun. Yeah. That's how I imagine. Yeah.
That's cool. Cool. So next would be flaw. Pretty self-explanatory. You're going to pick one. This is really more so just for the role play aspect. There is a sanity component to this game, and depending on how you role play your sanity, your flaw can come into play with that. But it's one that you're picking. You can either pick one from the book or again make one up that fits the concept of the character. The ones that I have listed in the book are envious, greedy, dreamer, soft-hearted, proud, naive, wrathful, impatient, cold, and careless.
Okay, I definitely went with impatient for him.
Cool.
I can see him.
That works.
Kind of ruled by his emotions sometimes, and just wanted to rush in and just get things done. Yes,
absolutely. Sweet. Next, let's see. There, I have goals on there. We can come back to that later.
Okay.
So next we'll do characteristics. Agents are defined by their characteristics, and the way that this works, there are 3 categories of characteristics. You got physical, mental, and social. What you're going to be doing, each characteristic starts at 4 and can't be raised starts at 1. Whoa, that was bad. And can't be raised higher than 4 for new characters. Each pool of points is dispersed among the characteristics of one category. So what you're going to do is you're going to pick one category, either physical, mental, or social, and you're going to make that your top pick, and you're going to disperse 6 points among those characteristics.
All right. So we'll go with social as his main one.
Sure.
And I'll distribute them this way.
6 points? That's already
Yes.
over, right?
Well, it's 6 points on top of the one that you started each one.
Yeah,
right?
but like then it'll be 3-3. That's already 6. Oh no, never mind. I'm stupid. I can't do math. Never mind.
Oh, don't feel bad. I messed up the math in the book. So in the example that I give, I don't use all the points. So don't feel too bad.
It's funny.
Yep.
Okay, and then I'll go. Next one is mental with 4 points, right?
Yes. So your second pick, you're dispersing 4 points.
Okay. Go with. Hopefully not spreading my points too thin. I don't think so.
It's all good. And your last one, you're dispersing 2 points.
All right. Do it. We'll do it this way. It's kind of lithe. Skinny guy. There we go.
Cool. So now we're going to start getting into skills and bonuses. So all of these skills, each skill starts as the sum of 2 characteristics. On top of these sums are added bonuses as a result of the agent's life path and personal skills. No skill can be over 11 at character generation. So what you may want to do at first is you have your kind of baseline set up. What you may want to do is off to the side, like on a scratch piece of paper, write down your bonuses that you're putting, and then kind of do all the math after the fact. That'll hopefully make things a little bit easier. But so the first part that is important is the life path. In the life path, how the agent grew up, how the agent lived, dictates some of the bonuses that you get to your skills. So first is culture, your hometown or region. It is where you live. We have rural, drifter, suburbs, and urban, and each of these regions, each of these cultures come with a boost to a skill, as well as a contact. So contacts are a big part of this. Basically, you get to co-create, you get to 4D an NPC who helps you in your quest. And the connections that you have in your world with your character flesh out those connections.
All right. Culture, we're going with drifter.
That makes sense.
Calm.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you get a +2 to calm, and very fitting, you get a car guy contact.
Can always fix the car. Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
It's good. Education.
Yep. Education. This is your upbringing. This is your formal schooling. Where did you learn, essentially? So we have hard knocks, humanities, which is kind of your sort of run-of-the-mill college. We have skilled labor, and then we have STEM.
All right. Hard knocks sounds like what he would do.
Sure.
Calm and low life contact. Okay.
And finally is the career. So this is where you work currently. The title or the company. And ideally, of course, we're kind of filling these in as we go as sort of placeholders. But it would be good to actually flesh those out, put some actual names to each of these things. So instead of just saying drifter, you could say has roamed around the East Coast for so long. For education, grew up in the streets of such and such town. And for clandestine, ideally, you're coming up with the title in the company where you work.
All right. Drifter roamed across the
I have a question here before we continue. 'cause I haven't read the full thing yet. I skimmed through. So do they have like true jobs? Isn't being an agent like a full-time thing?
Yes. So all agents have both a mundane occupation as well as their occupation within the Tanalorn agency. So it's they're having to walk this tightrope between their mundane life, their normal everyday life, and their life as a Tanalorn agent.
Oh, it's probably better for your mental health, to be honest, to disconnect a bit. Yeah.
Okay. And then, can you describe humanities again? Because I put hard knocks, but I'm
sure.
thinking.
Humanities is kind of like it's kind of like your arts, your like your college, run of the mill sort of
STEM, right?
Yes, yeah. It's more so your more nebulous sorts of things like your art student or your history student, psychology, things of that sort.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, well, I'm just gonna. Well, maybe psychology would fit in there, and that's how he became a detective. I guess you'd have to go to school for that. So yeah, maybe I'll change that to humanities then.
Cool.
I can't spell it. Humanities.
That's why I did humanities.
Let's see, +2 leadership, +1 academic contact.
Academic contact. Could be a professor. Could be maybe a colleague that actually graduated, right?
I'm actually going to pop up the book here on screen so we can kind of follow along.
All
right.
Humanities psychology degree. Okay. And then for clandestine. So he's a mundane detective in his day job. So he's still solving mysteries.
So clandestine? Sure, yeah, clandestine. That's kind of your FBI. That's your alphabet agencies. The folks who deal in secrecy. That would also fit kind of your criminal organizations because the Tanalorn agency makes use of criminal organizations in order to get a wide berth around getting around chaos.
Okay. Deceit, spot, stealth, and 1 informer contact. Okay. All right. Personal skills. And I guess we'll do the personal skills after.
Yeah. So your personal skills, those are just kind of the bonuses that you get. You get a +5 to 1 skill, +4 to 2, and then +3 to 3 of them. This is sort of to kind of to round out the skills that you have, and to hopefully give you plenty of options going forward. So next we'll do hit points. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your stamina score and you're going to take your resolve score and add those together. And depending on the sum, that is going to give you your layout for your hit points.
2 + 2 is 4. So we're at the low end of hit points. Okay.
Yes.
10, 7, 7, 12, 8. Okay. 7, 8, 10, 12.
So much like Mithras, if you're familiar with Mithras, which I know you are, David.
Never heard of
it. Hit points are a per location basis, and attackers must aim at a location. Of course, if you don't declare a hit location, it's understood you're aiming at the torso. If you aim at a limb, it's a -1. If you aim at the head, it's a -3 to hit. And of course, combat is explained later. So next is sanity. Of course, sanity represents an agent's grip on reality. So what you're going to do is you're going to add your composure plus your resolve plus 4.
3 plus 2 is 5 plus 4 is 9.
Cool.
So when
So when you are confronted with a situation that could weaken your sense of reality, you're going to roll a skill check against that number. If the sum of the roll is under your current sanity score, you're going to lose a number of sanity points equal to the difference of the 2 dice or the value of the lowest die, whichever is lower. So if you roll an 8 with a 4 and a 4, you're going to, of course, you wouldn't lose any sanity points because you roll doubles. But yeah, and of course, if you roll a 4 and a 1, you're just going to lose the 1 sanity point.
Yeah.
But of course, if the sum,
and that's considered good because you're not losing as much as you could.
Yes. Yeah. And of course, if the sum is equal to or above the sanity score, you lose sanity points equal to the value of the highest die. And of course, consequences for all that stuff is explained later. Next is stress. And like I was talking about earlier, stress is a cumulative measure of the mental and physical strain an agent faces. That's also a meta currency that allows an agent to forego a skill roll or to generate a new contact. So your max stress is stamina plus resolve.
2 plus 2 is 4. I'm going to be crashing out, guys. Get ready.
Cool. So going on down the book, we'll go into gear. So TA agents have a few basic pieces of gear. As far as the specifics, it is widely understood that you have a means of communication. So if you're back in the 70s, that might be a radio. Of course, in the 90s, it might be a pager or a cell phone, things of that sort. But you may have a kit for like forensic tools and things like that. But this is basically your weapons and your armor and any gadgets you might have. So weapons, you're going to pick 2 weapons that you are trained in the use of, whether that's impact, piercing, of course, firearms, things of that sort.
There we go. I'm going to go ahead and go with the handgun and then just regular fighting.
Okay. So that'd be impact. That works.
Should I write impact then? Here.
I would just say hand to hand. Yeah, firearms and hand to hand. Just keep in mind that is an impact. Impact fighting.
Gotcha.
Unless you have claws, which you don't.
Maybe I'll make a deal with a chaos creature. I don't know. Maybe I'll become one. I don't
know. But the way that weapon damage works, it depends on what kind of attack you're making. So if you're swinging an impact weapon, you do damage equal to the lower die value in the attack roll. Piercing and slashing weapons do damage equal to the higher, and guns do the sum of the 2 dice. Next is armor. Reduces damage taken from physical attacks. So you're going to pick 2 pieces of armor. Keep in mind that whatever armor you do pick is going to be subtracted from your... Or is that right? No. You're just picking 2 pieces of armor.
It's a freebie?
Yes. Yeah. So the way that armor works, of course, whatever armor you pick, there is a visibility rating towards it. So you can pick, if you're wearing heavy plate, that is that has a high visibility.
I see.
And it's going to be very obvious to anybody who's watching, anybody who sees you, that you're wearing body armor. Same thing with the helmet. Soft plate it is able to be hidden within a t-shirt, but upon close inspection it's going to be pretty obvious because it's it's Kevlar. It's a Kevlar vest.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure because here it says visibility low. I think later in the book it says visibility none, and so, but it should be visibility low. I think so, like in the gear section.
Gotcha. Okay. I may have goofed that up
Later. Okay.
Further.
Is fine.
Oh well.
Doesn't affect anything. It's fine.
Yeah.
You get the idea.
Yep.
So okay, you want to? Well, no, never mind. Go ahead.
So
items roll 2d6 times 1,000 and spend your money on gear.
And that's after you pick 2 armor pieces.
Yep. So you'll pick 2 armor. Go ahead.
I wasn't exactly clear on how the rating works. So for soft plate, it says 6/2. Does that mean you could absorb 6 damage 2 times?
Yes, you're absorbing up to 6 damage 2 times. Because it's a Kevlar vest, it is, it can take a little bit more damage, take a little bit more brunt, but it is the most expensive. It's the most expensive one.
It's over time, right? Like it takes 3 damage now to the next turn, then he eats like a slot of armor, right? Or is it just in one hit? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying like it's 2 hits. We'll do it. Okay.
Yes.
So
wait, it's by hit? Like he needs to take 6 damage in a single hit in order to eat.
So it can take 2 hits, up to 6 damage per hit.
If it's slower than that.
Yeah, it still counts as a hit, but it's up to 6 damage per hit.
But why do he gets damaged by 4? 4 damage. What happens then?
Say that one more time.
What if he gets damage with a 4? What happens then?
He's still.
But he
the damage
that, right?
Yeah. So the damage is reduced, but the hit has already happened.
It still counts as one of the uses. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So if he takes 2 bullets to the chest, the body armor is kaput because the Kevlar starts to delaminate.
Okay.
Okay, let me go with the soft plate and the normal helmet. Let me do that. Soft plate. Normal helmet.
Cool. The cool thing about the game, obviously, you're not going to always be walking around with your full kit. You're not always going to be walking around kitted out with your body armor and your helmet. All that stuff is kept in what's known as the cluster base, which is sort of the rendezvous point where you get to discuss. It's kind of the safe house, sort of your safe haven.
Okay. Oh, it doesn't want to show the one. That's weird. Okay, well, we know what it means. That's fine.
What's not showing up?
I can't put a slash here. Or if I put the slash, then I can't.
It drops
put a
it
1.
down. Gotcha.
Yeah,
I may have to tweak.
Yeah.
I may have to tweak the character sheet. Gotcha.
Okay.
Cool. Next is items. So it's 2d6 times 1,000, and that's the money that you have to spend on gear.
Hey. 11,000.
Nice.
Sheesh. Why did I do that? Sheesh.
You cannot take it back. It's recorded now forever.
Way to go.
Oh, okay. So 11,000. Should I go through the gear now or do that off stream or what?
I'll leave that up to you.
You know what? I would suggest you have a quick look over the thing. If you see anything that you want to ask a question right now, do it. Sure. Otherwise, you can do it later.
Okay. The gear section is the one section I didn't really read all the way through, just kind of skimmed over it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But let's see here.
The bonus part is interesting though. So that's just an extra thing for you to have, right? You can choose.
Yep.
Access to a street legal vehicle, a hidden place to stay in the locale, reputation with a certain group, one piece of gear worth 5K plus, an extra contact. I like that. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. I don't think I really have any questions with the gear. I'll probably just grab some stuff.
You can talk in the Discord as well.
Yeah, something we can chat about it off stream.
All right.
Cool. So next is contacts.
Did you choose a bonus?
Oh yeah. Yeah, he didn't. We just talked about
it. What do you think your guy has for a bonus, man?
Oh, it's the vehicle.
Well, yeah. He said he has his car.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I thought maybe it would be part of his gear,
Okay. I'll put that in my inventory.
In your pocket.
Yeah.
My pocket car. Okay.
Capsule Corp.
Capsule. I was about to say it. You stole it from me.
All right.
Then cool. Contacts.
Yeah. So contacts.
That's a big part of the game, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. So this is one thing from the original game that Space Roadie wrote that was kind of a huge component. Each agent gets 6 contacts they can call upon for help at almost any time. 3 of these are determined by the agent's life path, and the other 3 are determined by the player's choice. As anything with co-creation goes, they're not a panacea or a deus ex machina. They have to be consistent with setting tone and item scarcity. So, no, you cannot know the president. A cool thing that Roadie came up with was this acumen and loyalty concept. So whenever you're coming up with contacts, you're assigning a value, one from each, into the specific contact. And when you establish that contact, you roll 2d6 under acumen to see if the contact is able to help. And then the GM rolls 2d6 against loyalty to determine if the contact keeps things discreet. The point of this is meant to be as you're using the people that you know in order to flesh certain things out. There's not always the promise that they're going to help you scot-free. You know, there could be a condition or a betrayal. You know, something that they pass word along without you knowing. And I have here written at the tail end, disloyal contacts may betray knowingly or unknowingly. You may just have a well-meaning friend who has just a loud mouth and just accidentally let slip that, oh yeah, my cousin is in Las Vegas raiding a Mormon church or something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
As one
so the GM rolls, he needs to roll higher than the acumen.
So the number is you're trying to roll underneath.
Oh,
so
okay.
You're much like everything else.
Okay, so the acumen is setting the difficult number for the loyalty.
No. So the acumen is the difficulty number if the person is able to help. So even
if they have the resources to actually
So say you have let's say you have a hacker contact and you say, hey, I need someone to help me get into this database in such and such place. You roll, the player will roll against acumen to determine if the contact is able to successfully perform that task. The GM will roll loyalty to determine if the contact betrays the group or betrays the character.
Should I roll like in secret?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you can.
It doesn't need to, but it can. Okay.
Yeah. It's meant to be a sort of thing where the of course, like the player may understand that the outcome is not advantageous, but how that's fleshed out, that's sort of like a down the road sort of thing. So even if you roll poorly on loyalty, that may not come to fruition until later on down the line.
Yes. Okay.
5 real life years later.
Yeah.
Remember that one time? Got you.
Yeah. So we can, of course, contacts can be defined at the time of use, and you can think of them as slots until then. So you don't have to worry about fleshing them all out immediately, but they are there to be used.
Very cool. I did have a question about loyalty. So if the GM say the loyalty is 8, so they roll a 7. That's under 8. So that means the contact does betray me or doesn't?
No. They remain loyal.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes, yeah.
Makes sense.
So the lower you roll, the better.
And you are rolling 2d10 again to make a percentage, right? Or no?
No, it's all 2d6.
All 2d6, okay.
Yep, all of it's 2d6.
But okay, why is like 2 7s? Why is it just not a 7? Like that, I got a bit confused with that.
So you have 6 contacts. So you have these are your you're dispersing these, like this is your pool of points to choose from.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'll have 3 contacts with 6 in loyalty. You'll have 2 with 7. You'll have 1 with 8. Same thing. You'll have 1 with 9, 2 with 8, 3 with 7.
I see. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, it's meant to be like a tree sort of deal.
Got it.
Yeah, buddy.
Cool. I hadn't thought much about the context yet.
Sure, and that's fine. That is something that you can figure out. It is certainly more of an on the fly kind of thing, as long as you're keeping within the boundaries of 4D. With the boundaries of co-creation. You're good to go.
It just clicked for me because for some reason when I read it, I thought you meant like the extra 3 you can come up with on the fly, but no, you're saying all of them you can come up with on the moment.
So 3 of them. So 3 of them are determined by your life path. So when you created your characters, all that's doing is telling you the category, like what kind of contact they are. So like you have a low life contact, but you get to flesh out who that person is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My buddy Mitch, he does this kind of stuff all the time. He probably knows these drug dealers, that sort of thing.
Oh, that's fun. Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
It's funny because old me wouldn't have liked that. 1 or 2 years ago, I'd be like, "You're just making it up,"
Yeah.
Okay, I like that a lot.
It would be good to have on a piece of paper, maybe like this little the acumen and loyalty, just so you can like scratch off. Oh, I got a 7 already. Like I got an 8, right, to keep track.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, it is listed on the character sheet, so you can at least keep. Yeah, if you understand that the highest is 1. I want to say, did I have it on there like that? Okay, no, yeah, I have it. I have it set up so that it's on the character sheet. It actually gives you 1 9, 2 8s, 3 7s, and so on. Yeah. Cool. Any other questions, David, on contacts?
No, it makes sense now.
Cool. So really, the last thing is connections. So that is connecting the player characters together, making them sort of a cohesive unit. I guess we can. How about this? I will start to come up with my character.
Okay.
If you want to go ahead and start doing your
gear,
like your skills. Yes, it's like gear and skills and stuff like that.
Right.
I will have.
Okay, let's see your guy.
Pull this up here. Let's unPC. Here we are. Let's see. So
I did have one question.
Yes.
So when I'm going through my culture, education, and career, and it says like +1 certain type of contact, it's not saying a +1 bonus on that contact.
No,
it's saying you get okay.
Yes, it is saying that is the contact that you get.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. So my guy, his name is Pete Baxter.
Okay.
Nice. You know who
Pete.
I'm thinking of? I'm sorry to interrupt you. I was
No, you're
thinking
good, brother.
of Grandpa Max from Ben 10.
The
plumbers.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's the plumbers. We're the plumbers.
That's funny.
Biggest plot twist.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
It was foreshadowed.
Yep. So his nature, he's old school, very set in his ways. Doesn't really like doing things in the new manner. He loathes anytime there's an update to like a handbook or something.
Mm-hmm.
His flaw,
Awesome.
he is. I'll say he is proud. He's been in the force for a good amount of time, and he is not afraid to let you know. Characteristics, I'm going to go ahead and say he is sharp-witted, sharp in the head. I'll do 4 for my wits. Do that. And then 2 in resolve. That should be correct. Yep. Physical. It's going to be his middle one. He is pretty strong. Getting kind of old. Not the most agile anymore. And I will say, with his age, he's got a decent composure.
Yeah. That makes
the most sense. Yeah. Of course, his charisma, he doesn't need to be charismatic anymore at his age.
Yeah.
And the manipulation, of course. Who cares? Nobody's going to believe an old man anyways.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. So his culture, he is from, I'll say he's from
Rural.
West.
Okay.
Oh, no, you actually bring up a good point. That would make sense.
Then,
yeah. You know? I mean, everywhere was rural.
Yeah.
Back in his day. So I'll do he grew up in
you just have to decide what kind of rural, you know, was it animals or
North Tennessee. Education. He was a I'd say he was a carpenter. So skilled labor. So he went to Smoky Mountain Trade School. Oops.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say Smoky Mountain High School.
Yeah, I was like waiting for that.
Yeah. And then
what is this man? Is he retired or?
Yeah, I will say he is retired, but in his day he worked he was agent
Special agent too.
FBI. And that is clandestine.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Awesome. And then I'll do all the skills and stuff later. So hit points, stamina, and resolve. 2 and 2 is 4. Looks like we're both just in it to win it, dude. Torso's 12. Head is 10. Right arm 7. Oops. What is happening?
Select everything by accident.
Yeah. There we go. 8. And then we'll do all the same. Cool. Awesome. Sanity, composure plus resolve. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 out of 5. Stress, stamina plus resolve. 2 and 2 is 4. Sweet.
All right.
And then gear. I'll say he is good with a good old fashioned Colt 45. He's an old school gentleman.
Yeah.
He's got himself I'll say he was a boxer.
Oh, that's cool.
No, okay, yeah, we'll do boxer.
Yeah, I guess that's part of just being the FBI. Like, you have to know how to fight, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
So, what is the +0 there? Like, do you get any modifiers? How do you get modifiers?
That's just the. So whenever you choose, whatever weapon you choose, that determines the bonus to damage that you do.
Okay.
Yeah. So of course, if you're shooting somebody with a gun, because of the sort of the swinginess of the damage dice. I still wanted it to be because for example,
at least a minimum, right?
Yes, yeah. At least you're doing some damage, and all that will be found in the gear section.
All right.
Armor. I'm actually gonna say he's a little bit too old to be doing anything too heavy. So I'm gonna go ahead and say light plate because of course he is old school. And I'll do 3 by 1. And then he will have a normal helmet. Yep.
So what does the normal helmet look like exactly? Like what do you think it is?
In the book, I have it written. It's like a bike or a sports helmet.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
it's kind of the idea.
Okay, I'll let you describe during play what it looks like.
Sure. Yeah, totally. Items. Let's see. 2d6.
Is this a boxing helmet like those old school? With
like headgear.
Yeah.
2d6 times 1,000. So that's 9,000. $9,000.
You're writing in your items. Okay. Oh, you don't have a line there, a little form.
Yeah, I'm. It was very haphazard, very last second. Let's see.
It looks great though. I have to say, the design is top notch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This whole book, I was thinking it looked great.
Looks so good. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
dang, man, I got to step up my game.
Cool.
I got to stop doing Word documents now.
Yeah. And big shout out to Rolling Stag. He was the one who said, "Hey, you should get Affinity Publisher. It's only like $75 because this was just going to be a Word document. Otherwise,
a one-time purchase.
Yep. Yeah, one-time purchase. Only like $75. Super affordable. I mean, for what you're getting. Let's see.
Outdoors. Okay.
Laborer. That is way bigger than I meant for it to be. We got, what did I say? Clandestine. Informer. Sweet. And then we'll finagle those later. Yep.
Will you choose the document, or you can choose during the game as well? Like,
yeah, you can choose during the game.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
Awesome. So, do you want to go like vague on where exactly the game is situated in, or? Because I'll be honest with you, like I know basic, I know the states, and that's it. You know, like.
Sure. Yeah. So we can make it just sort of a general area. Hey, what's up, Conway?
Northwest or. Hey, man.
Yeah, just kind of doing a broad strokes sort of situation. We can put a name to it, like if we just want to make up a town name in a state or whatever.
The most generic name, like Good Spring.
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah. Oakfield.
Yeah. All right, that's fine. That'll be easier for me to run, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Be simple enough.
Okay. That's awesome. Is there anything else that maybe we should like iron it out, do you think?
Sure. Let's talk about how the agency communicates with its agents in order to get them to the rendezvous point. Bacon had a really cool idea, and I wrote it down in the book. The way that agents are contacted is they either through news reports. It's like it's all code.
Okay.
So
that's very cool.
Yeah, so they alert the cluster teams.
Why the early
is
internet is good.
Yes, that. Yeah. So newspaper clippings, recordings of news broadcasts. They do that to keep things hidden, to keep things sort of nebulous. So we can go ahead.
So is it like a call to any agent who catches it and is nearby the place, or is it directed towards like agents?
Yeah, it will be directed towards the agents. Okay. So like local news, that sort of thing, local newspaper. Okay. So knowing where the people live, sort of that thing. Mm-hmm. They get the word out.
They know where the clusters are.
Mm-hmm.
And are you guys already do you already know each other? Are you a duo already?
I think so. I think I'm the newer guy. Sure. Maybe we have a bit of experience together, but I'm still newer.
Right. We could be like, what was it? Was it Rest in Peace Department? You ever seen that movie?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds and yeah.
It's a bad movie, but it's a good movie if you know what I mean.
But yeah, you're kind of like you're still sort of the young whippersnapper, and I'm kind of the grizzled vet.
I'll put that in my my movie list. Make a note there.
I do want to talk about pacing a bit.
Sure.
Because I was thinking, like, I still think that 2 hours is the golden time frame.
Mhm.
You know, maybe 2:30 if you really need to like finish the last beat.
Sure.
At first, because we were talking about this, right, David? I said we would talk about how many sessions during session 0.
Mm-hmm.
And I think at first I would like to try and have this thing be wrap it all at the end, you know.
Mhm.
Be a session 0 doesn't mean that we won't play again some other time. Maybe we can even bring the same characters and go through progression.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, if you lost an arm or something, like I don't know, maybe in that case you want to retire your guy, but
sure, yeah.
Then we could come back again, but I think at first we should try and like have it be a one shot.
Mhm.
I get a feeling of, you know, I'll probably vomit a lot. I'll butcher the system, of course, being the first time I'm running, you know. But we can talk about that later on.
Yeah.
Roll 2d8.
Pacing,
oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it even exist?
I rolled 2d4.
That's our wizard game. We'll be rolling 2d4.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Anyhow, so I was thinking, I think I would like to try and keep the pace a bit. You know, maybe we'll do like some time skips. So maybe we should talk on making it clear when you do time skips. Maybe you broadcast the intent of what you're doing as to pass time in a way.
Sure.
You know, make it clear and like we can go advance to the next part, like kind of like in a movie pace in a way.
Mm-hmm. So like in a car ride, you know, David could say, like we're finishing up a conversation or something. Is like, you know, my eyes, or I look out the window, watching the streets roll by.
Yeah.
For the rest of the car ride, you know.
Exactly.
And I pick up on that and I go, I continue on driving down the road with haste, or something like that.
Yeah. Then I'll jump you guys to, you know, the next point of interest. I think this way we can probably do like a lot in 2 hours.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Okay. But I don't want to like interrupt. If you guys are just having a moment of interacting, I don't want to, you know, interrupt that.
Right.
Even if you get called the improv class, I don't care. I like this, so it's all right. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm here for. That's all right.
Okay.
That's what I'm here for. It's those role play moments. Well, I was gonna say role play moments.
Me and my homies all love role playing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Yep. And it'll be interesting to see how the rules manifest themselves, because the cool thing about this system is just how many skills there are. There is plenty of room to. There's plenty of places where you can roll. There's a lot of places where you can roll.
Oh,
so
about that. Sorry, continue. You finish your.
Well, yeah. Just to say, you know, it'll be a fun time looking for those opportunities. You know, obviously, we never want to say, I roll for evade or something like that.
Just
but, you know, just right? Just picking your rolls accordingly and going from there. You know, we've been doing no prep for so long. It's like now we actually get to play a system with granularity almost.
Yeah. I want to mention that. So on the interfacing with the mechanics, I think very rarely I'll ask for a specific skill or just demand a roll, and I'll let you decide what you think best fits that situation. Unless I really like, I'll say marksman, like it needs to be that. Otherwise, you know. Yeah. I think you should feel free to like you choose what you're rolling.
Sure.
Yeah. All right.
I'm cool with that.
What if, well, let's say I, for some reason, ask you, Uriah, to roll on something that maybe you think it should be like wouldn't even need. Would you still roll like what? Because like it should be too easy, or
sure. So, are you saying? Are you asking more so in terms of if the task is easier, would it make sense to roll? Or are you asking like me, the player, would I still roll even, if the task was simple enough?
Let's say it's like, well, it's a 2d12, it's 2d6. So let's say it's a 1 in 12 chance of failing, and it's not that consequential. But I don't know because I will not be looking at your character sheet, right?
Right.
So because maybe if I were looking, I would just
So you're saying like if I have an 11 in something, is it even worth it to roll?
Yeah.
I at that point I would probably still roll just because
if I'm asking is there is a consequence, right?
Yes. Yeah. If failure has a consequence, I think that's kind of the metric for rolling, not just let's pass the time, let's roll dice, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Just to make that clear,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Other than that, I guess I don't know. I don't know if I have anything to mention now. Maybe later we will talk.
Yeah. We can chit chat over the Discord, and kind of if you have any ideas or any other questions, we can sort of hash those out.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I do want to ask you. This is about your character. So your guy probably has seen a lot, but how much have you seen? Do you think? Like, let's say, what's the weirdest case you've found? Do you want to talk about that? But I think it would be interesting to say, like,
sure, yeah, we can discuss it.
Because I feel like most cases are somewhat mild, all things considered.
Sure. Yeah, I'll
maybe
say.
Go ahead.
There. Have you ever heard of Bigfoot? You ever seen the picture of Bigfoot?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was there for that whole shebang. That whole that picture alone caused at least 3 Frey events in different places in the country.
Okay. Awesome.
No, I mean, yeah, he's seen OG. Yeah, he's seen a fair bit of stuff. I mean, the Tanalorn Agency's been around for forever, literally. But he as far as in the United States, he's seen a fair bit. He's seen a lot.
I think my guy Gavin, do you think it's too much that he's seen a creature of chaos before joining or anything? I think fine. Maybe we could.
Yeah, I mean,
someone has to see them before they get in the news, right?
Sure. Yeah, I don't think it's too preposterous. It could be one of those things like, in order to shut you up, they let you join.
Yeah, like, oh, this guy.
Yeah, you just couldn't get it out of your head. Like, what was that thing, man? I don't even. It had like 15 legs, and it walked on 2 of them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we could kind of just kind of make up what that thing was, like.
Yeah.
Through play.
I think it's within your character scope, so you have like full. You are unleashed to describe what it was.
Yeah.
Okay. And then as far as since I joined up with Pete in the cluster, what have we seen since we started working here? Maybe I've been with you for like a year.
Okay. How about because you're still new, it'll be a thing of you're still only dealing with low threat Frey events. So low threats are your more run of the mill, almost like regular detective work, like solving murders, finding small town conspiracies and things of that sort, dealing with these really isolated incidents.
I like the sound of that too.
Yeah.
More like
so does every case lead into a free event, or is it a lot of times like there's nothing, like there's no reality really breaking, or there's no
depends anomaly? It depends on the scope. So the fray event is the anomaly that happens, so the laws of reality that have broken. The fray event is the consequence of the other things that are happening in the locale. So, for example, if you have a small town who is typically very cheery, very happy, and then all of a sudden you have a traveling preacher claiming that he can raise the dead, and that's causing some unrest, and people are getting angry, people are, starting to grow unsure, that causes the fray event. So it's the consequence of the things that are happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very well.
And there are instances where people fake the things that are happening. So, say for example, in the example of the minister, if he's claiming he can raise the dead, there are certain like psychosomatic ways that you can fool people into thinking that. So there's deception and trickery, but it's a means to an end. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. Just that the collective mayhem of everybody's psyche could lead into an actual
it can cause it to grow even further.
I see.
And the more widespread the chaos in our reality is, the more that the membrane frays and allows something to get through.
I see.
Yep.
Very cool.
Okay.
I suppose also the TA researchers, the one who give us our assignments, they could be wrong. They could say, we don't know if this is a fray event, but go and check it out. Make sure.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. It's more like a routine, a wellness check, so to speak.
I think we can be very straightforward and say we're not doing that, because that would be boring for a shot.
Yeah.
Okay, just let's not pretend. Okay.
Sure.
I really think this game it could be great for one-shots, but I think it could be really cool for campaigns too.
Yeah.
Again, I
2,
don't
3,
know
4.
I don't know how much I can commit right now. Maybe one or two, but we'll see.
Yeah. But it would be fun, and I think it's a very good game to play with 3 people, because you have the buddy cop situation.
Yeah.
I think it fits perfectly.
Yeah.
What's
I finally got around to watching the DIA session that y'all did back in the day, and that was perfect. That was a great session. So it'll be cool to see. Yeah. What did you say, David?
What is that? DIA?
Yeah, DIA. You got it, Nicholas.
DIA was a game that Zonar and Al and I played back in the day, way back in the day when the Discord was just built, so to speak. The idea was that we were agents dealing with interdimensional leaks into our world. So it's
cool.
It's very related to
very
it.
Similar.
Yeah,
very similar.
I think we did play more into the magic part of things, because we agreed that we were psychics, and Zonar's character was somewhat of a psychic.
That's cool. What system were you using?
We was something that all made up on this, not on the spot. I mean, a week earlier. It was just we just said what we wanted to do, and he would say a 50% chance, 20% chance. We would roll a d10. You had to get under that. That was all it was.
Okay.
And
that was really
awesome.
cool.
Because it was like own prep challenge in a way, like a system own prep challenge.
Yeah.
But it was very cool. I made an intro for that. Like I had like I don't know if nobody ever saw that. That's so sad. I made like a very cool intro for it. Anyhow, it was fun.
Yeah.
Very cool. The only thing I think we forgot to do, Uriah, was to have what do you call it? Under connections, define an event in your past over which you had conflict with the other PCs.
Yeah. Let's do that.
So maybe job went bad.
Did you?
Maybe you were on like one of your first missions.
The first mission, yeah.
Yeah. And something went just horribly wrong. Or I was on a mission because I've been in for so long that I'm okay. So I'm proud, right? Old school, and I'm proud. That got in the way of my of a job that I was doing, and it hurt something. Like something happened, something went wrong. I got pulled out of that, and they basically stuck me with you as kind of punishment.
Oh, I like that.
Go train the new guy.
Yeah, go train the new guy. Go deal with him. Show him the ropes. Show him the right way to do things. I kind of like the idea if we, of course, this is all up to Nicholas's decision, but the idea of sort of stumbling onto something much bigger than we realized.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're digging into the. No, I mean like in the mission that we're going on.
Oh, okay.
Like we're walking into something that they think is regular, low, and then we realize, oh shoot, there's a lot more going on here than we realized. And us sort of being caught in the fray of that. And I think that would sort of
that'd be fun.
Yeah, because of course, if me getting stuck with David's character is sort of punishment for my pride and me sort of getting in the way of myself. I don't know. There's a lot of different ways you could do it, but yeah, I think something went wrong in a mission. I got pulled out of it and I got stuck with what's your character's name again, David?
Gavin Kane.
Gavin.
Okay.
Gavin. Okay. So Gavin and Pete.
Mm-hmm. Probably like 28 or something.
Sure.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Yeah, that works.
I'm down with that.
So the what do you call it? The conflict is that we're kind of butting heads. You don't want to be doing these low level missions, teaching this rookie. Yeah. And I'm tired. I don't want to deal with this old guy thinking he knows everything.
You want to get into like the real action. Like you want to be out there doing the cool stuff, and you're like, man, why am I stuck with this old hick? That sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. This old head. Okay.
Great.
Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to comment.
Cool. Then we will leave it at that. Folks, for those who are watching after the fact, you can go to DriveThruRPG right now and get yourself the PDF copy of Chaos Ensues. Very, 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 hopefully very, very soon you will be able to get the print version. I am super proud of this book. It was a lot of fun to put together, and there are some really cool people who helped out in the making of it. One of which is right over here. He's this way. This one right here. He gets a special mention in the book for wanting to put this whole thing together and running the game. But yeah, so that is all from us for today. Soon we will be bringing this game to you all in all of its 4D role-playing goodness. Nicholas, David, thank you all so much for hanging out, and Yeah, I'm so like you have no idea how excited I am to actually put this out there and finally get an actual play posted, because now I get to share the actual play with everybody and say, hey, look at this cool proof of concept in the game and how it works and everything. And
hopefully we won't give a bad
it's fine. It's like, cool.
This is not what I had in mind at all.
I know it's going to be a good time. We're going to have a lot of fun. But until then, that's all from us. Thanks, folks, for watching, checking this out. We hope to bring you the proper session here as soon as we possibly can. But yeah, without further ado, thank y'all so much. Peace and God bless.